Well, it's a mini episode of the Dave Stevens Show. In fact, we're trying to go up and down. Why am I doing that? Well, because we are crowded in here to meet and greet the NBC broadcasters for the Super Bowl. That's right. They brought everybody in here. We had Chris Collinsworth, we have Melissa Stark, we have Mike Tirico, we have director from ESPN, Drew Eshoff. It's almost like an ESPN car wash with given Kaylee Hartung and all those that were part of ESPN when I worked there. But they have such a big task this weekend to not only broadcast the Super Bowl, but to do the entire day of broadcasting about the Super Bowl and everything that goes into it. So I had a chance to catch up with a couple of the stars from the NBC Sunday Night Football group, including my old buddy, Mike Tirico. Well, Chris, I think there's an entire era that doesn't realize you were a heck of a wide receiver. I mean, does that bother you that they don't know for when you were a player?
Doesn't bother me at all, although I do think that some of the players think I play quarterback because every single one of the guys announcing the game seem to be quarterbacks anymore. But, yeah, it was a great era of football. You know, it just was. You think back to some of those Cowboys teams, some of the 49ers teams. We had really good teams, the Steelers and what they were able to do. I mean, it was powerful football in an era where you could build dynasties. There wasn't free agency. So if your franchise had the money to be able to build those franchises, you could keep them in place for a while. The Green Bay Packers and what they were. So it's an exciting time. I love where the game is now. There is literally anybody at the start of the season could win the Super Bowl. And I don't know that you can say that about every sport that there is right now. That, you know, to see Seattle and New England, 60-1 odds at the beginning of the year here playing in this game with two young quarterbacks, it's exciting stuff.
Now, the camaraderie that you guys have in the booth, I mean, it's fun. Mike squeals, he squeaks, you guys are excited, almost like fans. How did you guys develop that rapport so quick?
I think you really hit on it, that Mike is first and foremost a great fan. I mean, he really is. And I think you may just be careful with that. Yeah, thanks. And his passion in the booth is really contagious. You know, it's not made up. I mean, he's not an actor who's trying to, stir up your emotions. Those are his emotions. I mean, you see what he's doing. He's doing the NBA. He's doing the Olympics. He's doing football. He's just so passionate about it. And when he gets a day off, he's probably watching a volleyball game. So he brings that to the booth, but he also brings so much more. He works his tail off. I mean, he just works all the time on what he does. And so when he gets an opportunity to get in front of an audience, that passion is real.
Longer as a broadcaster, now as a player. I mean, how long are you going to do this?
Until they kick me out, probably. I can't think of one single thing I'd rather do than this. And we've had such a great year and such a great, fun time. Sometimes families get put together and it doesn't always work. Sometimes families get put together and it's fantastic. We have just enjoyed being around our group. Rob Hyland, Drew Esikoff, Melissa, the whole thing, 150 plus people, and they all become people you really care about, So for them to get to be a part of a Super Bowl, pretty cool.
Do you still get to be impartial? Can you be a fan?
Well, everybody accuses me of being very partial to whatever team is playing their team, But I can be. And I probably, if television people were really honest, they probably would be saying they root for one thing and that's a good game. And so we'll root for a good game, but these are a bunch of young people that are in the spotlight of this magnitude for the first time for a lot of them. And so the raw emotion of what that means on the field. I was a rookie when I played in the Super Bowl for the first time. So I'm gonna be able to understand it. I've been there. I know what that feeling is like, walking out of that locker room and going, we're getting ready to do the Super Bowl here. This is pretty cool.
Well, it feels like I'm at an ESPN car wash. I'm looking at Mike. I'm looking at you, Matt, Barry. It is so great to see you,
So nice to see you, too. It's been a long time.
We started out as kids at ESPN, and you don't call, you don't write. I mean, I've been so proud of watching you grow and what you do. How much of that has been an influence in your life as far as the role model you become for female and male journalists?
My time at ESPN, it's funny because there's all these women here today asking me what advice I would give or how you, and it's funny because what I learned at ESPN, they had someone working with the talent, and she said the biggest thing is you've got to get that aha piece of information or that golden nugget, that one thing that nobody else has, and that is constantly what drives me. Getting something and just creating and cultivating those relationships so that I can get that information and talking to everybody and leaving no stone unturned. The one thing about this job is you can never have too much information or talk to too many people. So it's a little bit, it's endless and it's tiresome, but it's an incredible place to be, and I'm so happy that I started out there.
Do you have to do your homework a little differently for a big game like this? I mean, is there anything that drives you or pushes you that you're like, I really need to, you got billions of people watching you?
Well, we treat every Sunday night football game kind of like a mini Super Bowl, and we bring I talk to so many players in addition to the regular production meetings that we do after practice with the quarterback and a star offensive and defensive player and the coaches. So I don't know how much I'm going to get on in the Super Bowl. I would love, my whole thing is I can bring a ton of storylines in. Who knows, because the game breaks out, and how are you going to tell a human interest story or something like that? But to get observations on the sideline of, whatever Stephon Diggs is saying to Drake May, or how he's calming down after an interception, or what Vrabel's doing because he's been here and done it. So, the whole thing is just to bring the viewer to feel like they're on the sideline with me. And if I've done that, I feel like I've done my job.
Do you get just bombarded with college kids and women and everything that want to follow in your footsteps? What can I do to get in? What's the best way to get? Like, are you constantly getting that advice? And what do you do to tell them?
I am. I know it's hard because I did it was such a different era. And now it's great. I think they have so much more ability to create your own podcast, do something on your iPhone. Back then I had to wrangle a camera guy and say, shoot these fake stand-ups of me doing this and that. So I think they actually have it a lot easier. I mean, maybe the market's more saturated because when I first started, there weren't many women. So I think my career kind of took off as a woman in sports because I knew sports, understood sports, and was comfortable on television. But, it's great, though. I love young women coming up to me and wanting to be in it and looking to me as a role model. It makes me feel old.
Is it? Well, you still look good, but as far as that, I mean, Laura Oakman just, retired. There's no Leslie Visser, so you have kind of taken that torch as the elder statesperson. I mean, is that weird for you?
A little bit, yeah. And Michelle Tafoya retired before, moved into a different field before me. Gosh, now that you pointed out, I feel really old. No, I'm going to hang on and kind of do it as long as I can. I really still enjoy it. And now my kids are in college, so it was harder when they were home, because you feel like an absentee mom a little bit. But the fun part is they can come with me and be on the sideline and meet me for games, and they appreciate it and they love it. But I'm going to hang on for as long as I can.
Do you still get butterflies?
Definitely. Only before like the first, once it's almost like a player, like that first hit of the game or something like that. But I think if you didn't, you might not, maybe it means you don't care. I don't know. Something like that.
Hey, I'm glad you're still here and still kicking. It's so great to see you. And again, have a great game. Thanks so much. I appreciate it, Melissa. Well, I'm so glad you're a little shorter than Collinsworth. My arms were hurting out of that. So
I know that feeling too, dealing with him.
So how you doing? I mean, you seem to be doing all right here.
I hope I'm doing okay. We're excited for the Super Bowl, excited to be here and get ready for the game. It's such an exciting time for all of us, and I think two worthy teams, surprise teams, but very worthy teams, makes for a very fun week.
When do you get to rest? You're doing basketball. I think you're heading on a flight right after the Super Bowl to the Olympics. I mean, when do you get to rest?
Well, I was off all last week, so we had a nice chance to refuel last week and get ready for this run. February's busy, but we knew it was busy for the last 2 years. So just a lot of planning, a lot of preparation for it, and so glad it's here. I can stop talking about it and start doing it.
Is there a difference, though, for a Super Bowl, knowing billions around the world are going to be watching you? You don't prep differently, but is there a different mindset for a Super Bowl?
Well, it might be if the choice is talk about a pulling guard or talk about somebody's grandparent who was influential in their life. You may tell a personal story a little bit more often because the audience is much broader than just a regular Sunday night football game or a regular NFL game. But overall, we try to prepare the same way. If you start doing something different for the biggest event, then you're probably not doing it the right way for the smaller events. So that's my approach to it.
Well, we're friends. Let me just put you on the spot. Final question. What is your favorite broadcasting moment of your career that you got to call?
I mean, there's so many. Certainly, I'd say one of them is probably being the host for the Olympics. And when the Korean team in 2018 in Pyeongchang, South Korea, came in unified, North and South Korea together, which had never happened. It hasn't happened since. You can't cross the border and go one country to the next. You just realize how powerful sports can be. And for me, just to be one of the few in the stadium at that moment and share that with America and the world was pretty special.
Thanks. Always great seeing you, my friend. Thanks,
Thank you
bud.
so much.
Well, there's some insight from some of the best in the business, and we will tune in on Sunday night on NBC. Check out the Super Bowl, check out my buddies, and of course, hopefully your team wins in Super Bowl 60. I'm Dave Stevens. Continue to watch and follow us, and like the Dave Stevens Show.
Serendipity Yacht Cruises and Events wants you to come party with us. We're bringing the fun to the Houston Bay Area. Stay tuned for all of our incredible events throughout the year, featuring amazing food and drinks, live entertainment, special guests, and so much more. Fun, new, different. Serendipity Yacht Cruises and Events is where you want to be. So come party with us. It's more than a yacht. It's serendipity.
Hi again, everybody. Dave Stevens here for iTattoo. You know, as Christopher Martin and I have traveled across the country, we've been talking to baseball players who have body art. Now, people think that body art can be shameful, but these guys have some amazing stories, some beautiful art designs on their arms, and we had a chance to talk to a few of them at the Baseball All-Star Game in Atlanta this year. Javi, you've got some great body art. Just tell me a little bit about what's behind some of these on your arm.
A lot of pain, honestly. I'll start here. This is just like for my friend group. All of us have one, or all of us. Some of them are still trying to get it. This is one of my other favorite ones. It's just, two hands represent me and my brother.
It's for my family. Kind of goes my dad, mom, brother, and then my younger brothers. Against all odds, got this after I got drafted.
Talk about showcasing. You have got some great art on your arms, and I just wanted to know what those stories might be behind this side. This side, we got an awesome-looking owl over here and some great.
Love the outdoors, so got a big outdoor sleeve, a couple tattoos my dad has that I just recreated.
So there you have it, some of the stories behind the body art from these Major League Baseball players and the future stars. So for more information about iTattoo, please check us out at our website or reach out to Nathan and Christopher.